You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I believe you can see my screen. Please write yes in the comment room if you can see my screen. Please write yes in the comment room if you can see my screen. Write yes in the comment room if you can see my screen. Well, I can see your comments. I can see your comment. Okay. Write yes in the comment room if you can see my screen. Okay. That's good. So let's start. I'll be now today I want us to look at functions and formula before we go to any other thing, because you see a lot of it in exams, in your final exams. Okay, you are going to see a lot of them in your final exams. That's why I really want to talk much about it. And if you observe, if you look at your slide, you see that functions and formula alone cover significant part of your slide. It means it's very important. It is one of the most important thing, in fact, maybe the most important thing you need to know in Excel. Do you get it? Or they want you to know in Excel. So we are going to look at that now. But before we start with the functions and formula, as I told you, there are a lot of it will come in your final exams. Not just functions and formula. There's something also I need you to know. Are you with me? There's something also I want you to know. Okay. And those things, no, I'll be talking about those things first before we even go to functions and formula. Please take your exercise book or some book or your jotter and jot down something. Is that okay? Jot down something. Okay. Because you see a lot of them in your exams, your final exams. Okay. Now, let us start with something called serial number in Excel. Okay, serial number. What is serial number in Excel? Let's talk about it. Now, first thing, you see, we learned that we have formatting in Excel. Is that okay? We have formats, several formats your data can be in Excel. But let's put that aside. Okay. Let's talk about what we call serial number. Now, what is serial number? Now, a date can be recognized in form of a serial number. For example, what is today's date? What is today's date? Today is 9th March 2024. Is that not it? So let's enter today's date in Excel. How do we enter today's date in cell B2? This is cell B2. Why do we call this cell B2? Because it has column B, row 2. That's why we call it cell B2. You get it? You check the column name and the row name. That's the name of the cell. Are you with me? And then, if you see this place, this top right corner here, top left corner here, the box here, we call it name box. I taught you that before. And then, that's where the name of the cell shows. So you see that when I click on this cell, the name of that cell is showing over the B2. If I click on this, the name shows over the A3. And this is formula bar. Anything I type here will show, it will reflect inside a particular cell I clicked on. If I click on this cell and I come and click and start typing, whatever I type will reflect directly in that cell. I can decide to click on this, let's say this cell, without even going to the formula bar. If I start typing something inside the cell directly, it will still appear there. It will show in both the formula bar and that thing. But if I move away from this cell, okay, if I move away from this cell and I go to another cell, the formula bar for that particular cell looks empty until I put in something inside, until I put in an information, or until I write something inside it. You get it? Good. Now, that's just by the way. Now let me clear this and then we now talk properly. Now, what is today's date? Today is 9th March 2026. Now let me enter today's date in Excel. To enter today's date, which is 9th March, so I'll enter the month first. Okay, if I want to use this / format, okay, the format that uses /. If I'm using that format, I'll enter the month first. Please, anytime you are using this type of format, the / format, you need to enter the month first. Else, Excel will get you wrong. Okay, we'll look at the implication of entering it wrongly. Then, observe closely. Then I enter the day. So you see that I brought the month first. That is MM. MM stands for month, okay, in 2 digits. We are learning functions and formula, but before we go to functions and formula, there are some important things I need you to know because a lot of them will come in your exams. Is that okay? So I just started exemplifying something. I'm just giving an example of something. How do you enter date in Excel? How do you enter date? If you are using a / format to enter date inside Excel, okay, you see the way some people write date and then they put / inside, you know. If you are writing your date in that format, you bring the month first, then you bring the day next in 2 digits, okay. So 9th is 09, March is 03, okay. October will be 08, you get it right? Good. Then 2026, so we enter 2026, okay, 2026. So when I hit on enter, you'll see it appear here, right? Now, this date, you know, the way it is this way, which format is it in? You guys should observe. Now, as you can see, this is the date, right? This is the date in cell B2, right? Okay. Now, look at the top here, where I'm pointing at. If you look at the top where you see the written date inside there. Currently, I'm inside. I've clicked on date before. When you look at this place, you see that they've written date there. If I click on one empty one, you see that they've written general over there. Okay, meaning everything you enter inside Excel has its own format. Okay, if I enter a number 8 here, let me see. It still recognizes it as general. If I write coffee here, it might still recognize it as general until you change it. Until you come and change the format. We have several formats here, you see. But currently, we have it this way. Let's just forget about it. Let's focus on the date one. You can practice that later. So this is the date one. I enter the date, and then when I click on that cell, you see that date is written here, right? Now let's look at let's click on the drop-down arrow beside the date and see the other format over there. So when I click on the drop-down arrow, you see that we have general format, we have number format, we have currency format, accounting format, short date. So the short date, you know, this format that you are currently is actually short date. The format you see currently, the one I typed in myself, the / one, is actually called short date. Is that okay? Now, this short date, you know, if I want it in form of long date, if I want Excel to convert this short date to long date, I'll just come and click on long date. You see the way Excel has turned it to? It has turned into Monday, March 9, 2026. Are you guys following? If you are following, write following in the comment room. If you are following, write following in the comment room. If you are following, write following in the comment room. Okay. So as you can see, when I enter the short date and I change the format to long date, okay, what happened? It changed to a long date. This is a long date format. Writing something Monday, comma, March 9, 20 is long date. Now, observe something. When we were entering this thing, what did I tell you? That you should bring the month first. Is that not what I told you? Now, let me undo this, then I'll show you something. Undo. How did I undo? To undo means, let's say, you to reverse something that you've done already, then you don't want to do it again, to undo it. So the shortcut to undo something is Control plus Z. You see, this thing that I did earlier, I want to undo it. So to undo, I just use Control. I press Control plus Z. You see that it has undo. If I want to redo, if I want it to come back the way it was, I'll just Control plus Y. If I press Control plus Y, it will come back to that form. If I want to undo it back, I'll just do Control plus Z. It goes back to how it was initially. I hope you are following. Good. Now, look at this. We entered the month first before the day, before the what? Can it be written? No. If you type it yourself, it's a different case. But when you convert it, it will write the day for you when you come and use the option here. Okay. But let me quickly talk about what now. When I was telling you guys, you should write the month first before the day. Let's do like we are writing the day first before the month and see what will happen if we convert it to long date. Now, your intention is to say 9th March 2023. You are supposed to write it this way. You've written it this way. Let's convert the two of them to long date and see what happens to them. Now, observe. I'm converting this first one to long date. You see that it comes correctly as Monday, March 9, which is 9th March. Okay. Let me convert the 9/3/2026 also to long date and see what will happen to it. You see that it recognizes this one as September 9. You see that it's wrong. So Excel doesn't allow you to bring the day first. Rather, the month should come when you are writing it in that format. Okay, in this format. Then the month should come first before the day, before the year. You get it? So that is basically what I want you to understand about this. Now, putting that aside, let me clear this the wrong one. Let me clear the wrong one. Now, let's come back to this. There's something we call serial number in Excel. Okay. Every date of our life has its own serial number. Just like how you also have your own index number. Like you, Abena, you have index number. Nanaya has her index number. Winifred has her index number. Felicia has her index number. John has his index number. Aaron has his index number. So dates also have their own index numbers or serial. We call it serial number. Is that okay? So actually, you guys have serial number. You see that your reference numbers are serial numbers. Is that okay? Your reference numbers, they are serial numbers, not index number. Okay. Now, date also, they have their own serial number. Are you with me? Now, look at something. Today's date, which is 9th March 2026. What is the serial number of today's date? What is the serial number of today's date? The serial number of today's date, let's convert this to number. Then we will know the serial number of today's date. Okay. So let's click on the drop down arrow by the date. Then we come to number. Obviously, when I come to number, when I click on it, it gives me 460.00. Let me remove the 0.00. 0.00 is just decimal. It's not important. How do you remove it? There's one arrow. Look at the top here where we come to number. There's one arrow here and there's one arrow here, right? This one is used to increase the decimal places and this is used to reduce the decimal places. So if I click on this one, you see that the decimal place has reduced to 1. If I click on this also, you see that the decimal places are gone. So I have it in whole number. Now, this number, what did I convert to this number? What did I convert to this number? It is a particular date. And what date is that? It was 9th March 2026. So it means that the serial number for today that I am talking to you guys in Ghana, for those who are in Ghana, today that I'm talking to you in Ghana right now, okay, I think most parts of the world, their date is 9th March as I'm speaking right now. So, or some have gone beyond that. But as I'm speaking right now, the date is 9th March 2026. And the serial number for that date is this one. The serial number for today. So when somebody asks me what is today's date, and I say today is 46090, I'm telling the person today's date in serial code form. Are you getting it? So today's date, this is today's date. Today's date is 46090. You see, there's something we call binary in computer language. I'll teach you guys in second semester. Do you know that the number one, just number one that you guys write like this, no? Just number one, you guys write it. Do you know that this is how computer understands it? You understand it as 0000001. Please, this is how computer understand the number one. It doesn't see it as just normal one like this. It sees it like this in 8-bit. If it's in 8-bit, it sees it like this. And then the number 2, computer sees the number 2 as this. 0000010. This is how computer sees the number 2. And then the number 3, computer says it like this. 0000011. This is how computer sees the number 3. And the way it sees the number 4 is also different. In fact, this is how it sees the number 4. It says number 4 this way. 0000010. This is how it sees the number 4. And how it sees the number 5 is also different. In fact, letter A, how it sees the number, it will also use 000 and 1 something to see it. So computer language is just 0 and 1. No? Just it will mix 0 and 1s to understand itself. Are you getting it? But don't worry, I'll explain further later for you guys. Okay, when you are doing something related to that in second semester, even though you won't really go much into it, but I can go further and explain that. Or those who will be joining my computer training course during the vacation, you will learn about that as well. Please, this particular page, this channel is for IT stuff. It's for tech, AI, tech related things. That's what this platform is for. Like those who want to learn IT in general, like cybersecurity, data analytics or data science, you can learn that on this page. Is that okay? But the other page, which is the Philos Masterclass, that one is for your normal university courses like statistics and those things. You get it? But this is dedicated fully for IT. This page is for IT fully. Is that okay? That's why I'm doing CSM class here. I'm not doing it there. Because this page is already an IT page. Okay. Now, okay, sure. This is the place I did the increase of the decimal. This is how the place looks like. This one. This was the one I used to increase the decimal, and this was the one I used to decrease the decimal. If you hover on it, the terminology we use, when you point at something, you say you hover. If you hover on it, you can even see the name will display, decrease decimal. Okay. Now, so the serial number for today is what? 46090. Now, there's something I want you to understand. In exam, they can ask you what is the serial number for, let's say September, or let me say 03, March 9, okay, March 9, 1902. In exam, they can ask you, well, what's the serial number for this date? How are you going to get it in exams? Because in exam room, they've not given you Excel to work with in exam room. So how are you going to get the serial number for this? So that's what I want to show you how to calculate, how to get it. Are you with me? I want to show you how you will calculate it. Is that okay? Please, I believe you are following. So I want to show you how to calculate it yourself if you are in exams, okay? But what is, so let's see how to do the calculation. So pay attention to that. Let me take a writer, then I do the calculation for you guys. Now, let's say you've gone to exams and then they ask you that what is the serial number. Now, before we start, let me show you something. Let me show you something in your lesson. Now, you see, serial number start from 1st January 1900. That is the beginning of serial number. Okay, that is the beginning. Okay, that's the beginning. You know, everything has a beginning. Every number has a beginning. So serial number starts from this date. Let me enter the date for you to see. Clear content. It starts from January. Okay, so 01. Okay, January 1. Are you following? January 1, 1900. This is the first serial number in history. I'm minding you. I think I've already responded. What was your question, Nanabina? Yes, sir. Please, I can see it clearly. Can you maximize the place where you did the increase of the decimal? Yeah, I've maximized the place. I've showed you the place, but I don't know if it's your network that's not making it clear for you. Okay. See, this is the place. Date, where the formatting tools are, the date, the general, right beneath it. Right beneath it. There are some 2 arrows, be forward arrow and back arrow. These 2 arrows. So one is for increasing decimal and one is for decreasing it. You see? So that's it. So let's go back to our decimal thing, our serial number. So first, January, the month comes first, okay? The month comes first, okay? So January 1st, 1900. Let's convert it. I decreased. Decrease means you want to reduce decimal places. And increase means you want to add more decimal places. So I decreased it twice to J the decimal totally. I didn't want to see it in decimal form. It was in decimal form. I'll do it again, you see, using this one. Now, focus on the one I'm doing now. You'll get it from here. January comes first, okay? First, 1900. That is the beginning of serial number. So let's convert it to serial number and see what it will be. So look at it. January 1st, 1900. Let me convert it. To convert it, we go up there, number format. We go to the formatting place. Then we click on the drop down arrow and click on number. Okay, we click on number. So when we click on number, you see that it has been converted to 1.00. But I don't want it in decimal, I want it in whole number. So I'll come to this arrow that I was talking about, the second one, the decrease one. Then when I click on it once, you see that the decimal place has reduced to 1 decimal place. When I click on it one more, you see that it has turned to whole number. So the serial number for the date, 1st January 1900 is number 1. Now, if the serial number for 1st January 1900 is 1, what will be the serial number for 2nd January 1900? I'm asking you guys, write it in the comment room. I want to see if you are following. I told you the serial number for 1st January 1900 is 1. So what is the serial number for 2nd January 1900? What's the serial number for 2nd January 1900? Be fast. I want to see your answer in the comment room. Be quick, be quick, be quick. Fast. I want to see your comment. I told you that the serial number for 1st January 1900 is 1. So what will be the serial number for 2nd January 1900? What will be the serial number for 2nd? Why is no one responding? I'm waiting. 2. Simple. Evans. That's good. Okay, 2. That's good. Now, in exams, what if they give you third, let's say March, okay, should I say March? Yeah, let's say February 1st, 1902. What if they give you 1st February 1902? How are we going to do that? So let's see how we can do it in exams, assuming you don't have Excel with you. Like, say you don't have Excel there, right there, with you to quickly change it and see. So how are you going to do it? So let's see how we can do it. So if I were you, I will ask myself, I'm finding second, right? I said second, 1st February 1902, right? Right. And I was told that serial number starts from what? Serial number starts from 1st January 1900. Then I asked myself, okay, the whole of 1900, the whole year 1900 is how many days? The whole year 1900 is how many days? Okay, this is what I would do if I were you, so that I can be fast. The whole year 1900, let's say is 360. You take it as 366, okay? 366 days. So that you can get a correct answer. If you use 365, you will not get it correctly faster. So the whole year 1900 is 366, right?